Good afternoon, MotorHomos. Here we are in the motorhome with the slides in still because we think that the batteries might be dead or something. So we're gonna figure that out. But here's the little story behind it. So we were up at our old place that we were at for 2 months, and then we go to start the motorhome today, and nothing. It just sat there and was like dun dun dun, and then that was it. So I started freaking out thinking that the motorhome was gonna die, but we kind of figured it out, and this nice kid came over and jumped the motorhome for us. So we started it, went down to Cal Ranch. That's where we go and pick up our propane. We went and bought propane, started the motorhome again, everything was fine. Now we're on the side of my mom's house, and we finally parked it to where we're level enough that it's not gonna be hard to level. Now we're level, we try to put the slides out, and it stops like 3 inches out. Not even 3 inches. I don't know if you can see right here, but there's a gap to the outside. And this is slide number 1, still in. And this is slide number 2, still in. So our tiny house is even tinier, but cross our fingers, it's just like a battery or something. So it's only like 500 instead of thousands.
Yeah, so I'm looking for a voltage tester that has to make sure it charges 12 volt deep charge batteries and 120 volt AC. I don't know what AC stands for, but I have to make sure that those are working, and then if there's power going to the terminals that are supposed to be charging the battery, that means that it might be the battery. But if we don't see any voltage going to those terminals that are supposed to hook up to the battery, then we're just gonna have to buy a house.
Yeah, so we're at Mom's house right now. Today is the day that my brother is going to, and my sister-in-law are going to reveal the gender of their baby. So they're inside filling up balloons in my mom's house, which, let me show you our little setup here. So when we're parked in her front yard, that's her driveway with all of the cars in it. We look like a used car parking lot, but that's her house, and so we just stay right out front. And they're inside filling up balloons and stuff, and Princess, this is Meatball. Meatball, say hello. She's 12, and she's an old lady, and she doesn't like loud noises, and she doesn't like balloons, so she was in there barking at them and popping the balloons. And so she's just gonna chill out here for a minute with us until everything's done and ready for the party. So cross our fingers that it's just a battery and Meatball doesn't pee inside.
Okay, so we got this voltmeter. My dad's an electrician. He said this is something that should work. We have to test to see if the power coming from the house going to the inverter is making it to whatever the right word is, where it connects to the battery. And if it is, then that's a good thing. So we might need batteries, but we're gonna check to see if they're at least charging. And if they're charging, then maybe we just need to charge them. We're not really sure. I'll keep you posted.
Okay, we're back.
Resolution time.
Resolution time.
So,
Smiles on our faces because we're hoping we don't have to spend $1,000 on batteries.
yeah. So what we ended up having to do was take jumper cables, jump the chassis batteries to the house batteries.
We should show you. Let's just come down here and show you, because it's kind of confusing unless you know
Unless you have to see it all.
what you're looking at, because we jumped it at the park, and then my dad came out here and tried to help me, but he's a plumber, not an electrician. Toddie's the electrician. And so these ones are the chassis batteries, which turn the motorhome engine on, and I believe maybe the generator. And then these are the house batteries, and if you don't have them plugged in to, you know, shore power, or if you don't have your generator on, then they die with one single light on in like 3 seconds. So they're connected, and we finally figured it out that you have to do it like one on each battery, because my man's a genius. So basically we had jumper cables going from this set of batteries to this set of batteries. We went inside, opened up our slides, and came and took them back off, and they were hot, and Hazen almost got shocked.
Shocked me a little bit, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Now we've got, what do you call this, a trickle charger?
Yes.
On to the house batteries. We're gonna leave that on
and it says
overnight.
25%.
Oh, everybody pray that it's charging.
Cross our fingers.
So tomorrow morning, if they're charged at 12 volts,
Yes.
then that means that we don't have to get new batteries, and I guess miracles happen every day. Just kidding. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. Now we have a gender reveal to go to, and my sister's in town, so maybe we'll go and see Piper too. We will let you know.
Okay. You know the song that gets on everybody's nerves? What about the motorhome that gets on my husband's nerves?
My nerves are shot.
So we went and replaced the batteries. I don't know where I left off last time, but it's the next day. It's New Year's Day, January 1st, 2020. Yesterday, obviously the 31st of December, that's when we were trying to get the motorhome started, move it over to my mom's house, and we told you everything that happened with the batteries. So we went over, we bought new batteries, we put them in, everything was working fine. And then we started to realize that the battery voltage was going down. So we went out and plugged the new batteries that we just got into a trickle charger to keep them alive. And now we think it's an inverter problem. So my electrician husband over here is...
Hello.
Yes, is going to be figuring out how to change an inverter. Or maybe just like a wire that needs to ground something that's not grounding it.
I'm like 80% sure that if the problem is exactly what I think it is, that I might be able to do this. I called an RV guy, and he told me, he was like, yeah, so if it's just an inverter, put it on a trickle charger. And I'm like, yeah, dude, got it on the trickle charger, no problem. Taken care of. But he's like, I would feel like a scumbag if I like charged you for me to come out there and change an inverter. So you can probably just do it if you order it online. And I'm like, okay, great. Guy doesn't want to help me. Thank you for telling me I might be able to do this myself. But he doesn't know how stupid I am.
And me. I don't help with that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
I don't remember what ohms mean. I got watts, I got amps, but ohms? Anyway, current consumption.
So that's the update for now.
Oh, here we go, converter page.
We'll update you soon.
Okay, everybody, I think that I figured out our problem, or I might have found a second problem, so we'll have to see. But if you look very closely at these fuses, come on, iPhone camera. Anyway, they're burnt. These were connected to our converter. Still not exactly sure if it's a converter or an inverter, but I think we've got a converter. So yeah, they're crispy and they're burnt. 30, what are these called? Fuses. 30 amps. Or maybe it's ohms. I'm still not sure. Sorry, Todd. So I have the batteries charging, and I have these in my pocket. We're gonna go see if anywhere is open on January 1st to go and get some fuses. So stay tuned. Okay, it is January 2nd now, and I think we've got everything figured out. So what we needed were fuses in the converter, like I'm sure you saw in the last clip that they were burnt up. Put some new ones in, checked the voltage on the battery, and it's charging. It's at like 13 point something now. It's the next day, we've had stuff running all night, and it's still at 13 point something. So I think that we are in the clear, at least until the fuses burn up again. So long story short, lessons learned: if you think you have a battery problem, before you do anything, check the fuses. I didn't even know that our converter had fuses, but we probably could have saved a little bit of money if we would have just like replaced the fuses first and then saw if it actually would have charged our old batteries. Either way, we have new batteries now, so hopefully that'll just eliminate future problems from happening. That's all we've really got for you today. Hayden's just going to work later today. I'm gonna go to the beauty supply store, get everything ready for my clients on Saturday, and finish the laundry. So yeah,